Hello, Taurus. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecast with your love and life reading, focused on the first half of October from the 1st all the way through the 15th. So we are officially in Libra season. And I just wanted to make a quick announcement for my regulars, especially who have been watching my readings for a while now. So I did a research on my analytics and did find that the majority of my audience, most people are really in tune for about 10-15 minutes for a reading. And so I really wanted to honor that time frame for the majority and be able to offer as much as I can within that time frame. And for those who really are interested in a longer, more extended reading, I'm now going to be offering the second half, I guess you could say the part two to Any Given Love and Life reading on my Patreon page. So I'll of course include that in the description box below. All right, so this is going to be part one. And if you're wanting to watch more, you're more than welcome to continue watching through my Patreon page. So let's dive right into it. Taurus, general as always, so please keep that in mind throughout the reading. Take from it what makes sense for you and release what doesn't. So we're going to start with these two decks, taking a look at past energies and challenges that you are either dealing with, have dealt with in the past with people that have affected your life. Let's go ahead and see what comes through here today. All right, so Shadows and Secrets is my deck, and we'll pull from Mystic Moon's Twin Flame Shadows deck. All right, so let's begin taking a look at past energies and challenges for you, Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, please. What is it that we need to know for the first half of October for Taurus for this love and life reading? What do we have here? Ooh, we've got the Butcher. All right, so this card says, entering into a relationship emotionally broken, serial heartbreaker will butcher your heart into a million pieces. So you might have encountered somebody like this in a prior relationship where, maybe in the beginning of the partnership it was good, but you're dealing with somebody who's coming through as emotionally broken. And if they're broken, more than likely they have a history of breaking hearts. They have a history of getting into situations that could be very challenging. The next card is coming through as two-faced, okay? Insincere, deceitful, talks about you behind your back, pretends to be your friend, and stabs you in the back by sleeping with your significant other. Take that if it applies. That's another very challenging energy coming through there. So either that goes together for your situation or they're two totally separate scenarios. And as always, take what makes sense. Let's grab one more. So taking a look at past energies and challenges. We have the Nomad, temporary relationships, temporary homes, world traveler, always looking for their next adventure, never stays put, short-term commitment. All right, so you could have been dealing with somebody that was either in and out of your life, or it could have been a very short-lived connection because they weren't looking for a commitment. Let's add to this with some additional messages from the Twin Flame Shadows deck. For Taurus, angels and spirit guides, please, for this love and life reading. We have a Void, which kind of makes sense for me, especially if you've been dealing with somebody who was broken to begin with. And part of that broken energy from this person could have been, again, they just weren't going to stick around. They weren't looking for long-term commitment. They could have been deceitful somehow, just, pretending to be one way with you and being another way with other people. And there could have been third party and infidelities here. And then we've got irresponsible. So look at this image. I mean, it's a bride and groom, but there's skeletons. So it could have been a relationship that was doomed perhaps to not even go in the direction of getting married. Or if you guys did get married, they could have been a very irresponsible spouse here. And the bottom of the deck, we do have unstable. All right, so let's go ahead and tackle some of these challenges and take a look and see through tarot what needs to present itself here to clarify. I'm going to pull from my tarot teacher deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. So the Butcher, two-faced, the Nomad, and that Void could have certainly loved a feeling of emptiness in your heart because they just didn't show up for you the way you needed your partner to show up for you. So I'm just feeling communication was not the best. They could have been dishonest with you. And again, feeling infidelities here, somebody who wasn't fully committed to the partnership. All right, so we've got these cards coming up in the reverse, which is the Knight of Swords, and then we do have the Empress. Okay, so the Knight of Swords, some of you guys could be dealing with an air sign here, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. In the reverse, this is somebody who's tactless. They have no sense of direction, disregard for consequences. They're very restless, not really focused on what's important in a partnership. So that makes sense for me. And then we do have the Empress in the reverse. So it's interesting how I'm just feeling for the Divine Feminine. If you were trying to hold on to a partnership or with a partnership with the masculine, because it was coming through as a very challenging type energy, you might have been trying to hold on to this person, trying to do everything possible to keep them. But what I'm feeling here is that, you know, there is that smothering energy. They felt smothered. They felt perhaps that maybe you're a little bit too clingy. That's just what I'm getting from that. I'm feeling here, if this does represent past people that you have involved yourself with, relationships from the past, hopefully you have evolved from that. The Seven of Wands coming through as well. So this is you, Taurus, needing to protect your heart space. Perhaps you're also feeling very defensive because of what you've endured with this person. But I'm also getting from you that you're not one to really give up, certainly on yourself. I'm also getting for some of you guys that maybe you held on a little bit too long to somebody that you know you should have let go of a long time ago. So yeah, I'm feeling third-party situations. Three of Cups can also indicate a new beginning in love, though, so that's actually a good thing. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune coming through. And I'm feeling this energy for you, Taurus, especially for my Divine Feminines coming through, that there's a cycle of change that's coming in. So if you were dealing with a masculine, for example, that was an irresponsible partner, things are going to turn around for you in love and romance. It may not be with this person, but it's taking you down a very different path where you can find the right kind of love for you. We do have the Queen of Wands also coming through. I'm feeling for some of you that I'm just getting that you might have found your voice in all this, especially if you were dealing with somebody who was rude and tactless and they didn't allow you to really speak up or voice your opinions or concerns in a partnership. They were always possibly tearing you down. I'm just feeling here with the Queen of Wands energy, because this is somebody who's energetic and courageous, confident. So you found your voice, you found your confidence, I feel. And if you needed to be independent and on your own in the meantime, I feel that's you empowering yourself. If somebody was just putting you in this very unstable vibe in your life, you weren't going to be putting up with that forever. You know, so this is you taking control of the situation and allowing good karma to come in for a change, you know? And then bottom of the deck, look at this. We've got the Four of Wands. This is you hopefully being able to manifest a relationship with somebody that has a good, solid foundation. I have a feeling people from your past who could not show up for you and offer you a stable foundation. This is you empowering yourself, being able to find that. Somebody who's all in, somebody who's fully invested in the partnership. This could also indicate for some of you guys future celebrations by way of marriages and just happy vibe, you know, being able to have a happy home life, a happy marriage, being able to start a family with somebody. Just being proud of yourself for being able to find success, not just in your love life, but just life overall. That's what I'm getting from that. All right, so let's dig a little bit deeper here, Taurus, and see what else is coming through. So focusing on a person, of course, that you are thinking about for this reading. What would they regret, or what do they regret when it comes to this connection? Let's take a look at that. I'm going to pull from my silhouettes deck here. So what are their biggest regrets when it comes to you, when it comes to the connection? Let's take a look. Look at this, busted. It was just a matter of time that you caught them doing something that they shouldn't have been doing. Okay, and for some of you, that could have been a partner who was cheating on you, for example. Spinning out of control. You were always my peace. Without you, everything in my life is falling apart. Losing you has brought my life into a state of chaos. So this is an indication here, Taurus, that they've got some major regrets over past actions, things that they've done, the fact that maybe you guys had to go into separation and their life ended up being so crazy and chaotic. Look at this. Oh my God, bitterness. And it says, when someone else lives happily ever after with the one you love. So what I'm getting here for some of you guys is this person might have realized how much they needed you and loved you only after the fact. Only if perhaps after you moved on to somebody way better suited for you. Somebody who wasn't going to be a bully. Somebody that was actually going to treat you right. Okay. So let's add to this and clarify with some tarot, and I've got cards flying everywhere. All right, so I'm going to pull from my Tabby Tarot teacher here. For Taurus, their regrets. Angels and spirit guides, please. What is this person's biggest regrets? First of all, they regret doing whatever it was they were doing. That you caught them. Judgment. They want to come forward with an apology. They want forgiveness. Look at this now. We've got the Empress coming up in the upright. So this is you, Divine Feminine, empowering yourself. That's just what I'm getting for the feminine here. You're allowing yourself to be able to claim abundance in your life. Some of you guys could have already had children with your masculine. Wow. So I feel you're actually in a very good place. If you're not already, this is the direction that you're going. I feel when it comes to your person, the masculine perhaps, they've had that wake-up call. They are really taking a look at the past and how they've been, wanting to create change here. They want to revive this partnership, but you know, it's hard to do that when you've had a Tower moment. And right next to that bitterness card, when someone else lives happily ever after with the one you love. For some of you guys, when it comes to this person, I have a feeling it's too late. You know, maybe it's too late to fix things. They're going to have to do a whole lot in order to perhaps get back into your good graces, get back into your life. But they clearly want to be able to take action, some sort of action to be able to fix this. Look at this. Six of Pentacles. It's all about equality, equal give and take. That was definitely, I feel, lacking in the partnership. They have so many regrets about that because they know that that wasn't happening. And bottom of the deck, look at this, the Sun. They know that perhaps you are in a much better place without them, that you have found happiness with someone else, perhaps, or just peace and contentment within yourself if you're single, if you're not with anybody right now. They regret not being able to enjoy this happy time with you because of how they treated you, because of how they were with you. That is what's presenting itself here. Okay, so if you're interested in part 2 of this reading, if you'd like to watch the extended version, guys, we're going to be taking a look at what would they change if they could, and future energies, of course, messages from their higher self, and of course some healing advice from your angels. So that's where I'm going to leave this one. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.